Next, El Paso, Texas. Hi, Jamie.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I asked God to help me lose weight. And on the first workout, he revealed to me that if I did this thing and I went all the way through, that I would have a very special blessing at the end of it. But the problem is that I face nothing but trials and tribulations. Now, I know that Satan can't attack me in my faith, so he attacks me where he can, is in my body. And I've managed to lose 450 pounds. I've exercised, and I did it the hard way. God told me to do it the hard way. And I asked him, why do you want me to do it the hard way? And God told me, he says, if you do this the hard way, Jamie, you'll never be fat again. And he was right. I mean, everything God told me, but these trials that he's giving me, like this last one is really, really bad, and I need some help to understand why I'm going through all of this.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me commend you, because what you have done is extraordinary. I can't even imagine what it would take to have the kind of discipline and willpower to accomplish what you have accomplished. So congratulations on that. I think that is, as I said, extraordinary. But Jamie, as to the question why, the Bible actually never answers the why question. Or perhaps I should say seldom answers the why question. What it does instead is it teaches us to trust God in the midst of our whys. And we learn that lesson in the book of Job, because there Job suffered not only more than most human beings, but more than the cumulative sufferings of human beings that we know. I mean, you add them all up together, and they don't amount to what he went through. And yet God explains his big mistake in the book of Job as being why. Job asked that question, and then God thunders back through the storm and says, you don't even know how I create a tiny drop of dew. How can you understand what's going on in the heavenlies? And Job actually concedes and recognizes, yes, and he comes undone, as it were. He realizes the utter majesty of God. And in the end, he has the great exclamation of faith. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And he looks forward to the fact that though his flesh will be destroyed, in the end he would see God face to face. So in what is reputedly the oldest book in the Bible, you have a sense of, in this world, we're going to have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. So I would do you a great disservice if I were to say to you, you know, Jamie, the Bible gives us a peaceful way to come to terms with your suffering, with your trials, with your temptations, with your tribulations, because it doesn't. What it does ultimately is tell you to trust in God, who has given us enough reason to trust in him, and to look forward to the hope of glory, and to know that even in the darkest tribulations, for those who love God and are looking forward to his kingdom, he carries us like a lamb. He holds us. He cares for every detail. He cares even for so little a detail as a hair falling from your head. And so you can trust him. Trust him, and know that in the end, when he returns, you will be resurrected in absolute perfect fashion. That's the hope of Christianity.
Well, I'm hoping that when God comes to get me, when Jesus comes to get me, I want him to find me being faithful and trusting in him. And I do, no matter what. Everything that I've been through, I kept going and kept going because I knew that that's what God wanted me to do.
Well, that's a beautiful statement on your part. It's an exhortation to all of us to do as you have done. This is what we are called to do. Believe in Jesus Christ and become a disciple, a follower of Jesus Christ, a friend of Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what every Christian ultimately has done. They've said, you know what, I don't want to do it the world's way. I don't want to listen to the wisdom of the world, the counsel of the ungodly, but rather I want to follow Jesus Christ. Whatever he says, I want to do. So I appreciate very much not only your question, but your testimony, which was implicit in the question.